So good afternoon dear students. Today we are going to discuss what is picture perception. So I'll ask 5 different questions. I request you to answer, check and answer it. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is picture perception?
Picture perception. Picture perception. Picture is an ability or an observation skill to analyze the image or picture given to us and to identify the persons or the action which they are performing or the story behind it. In simple words, we can see what is picture perception. Picture perception means what you see and what you understand from that picture.
Very good.
It can be used in the skills to find the person's ability.
Good. Okay. So the next question is, why is it important in communication development?
It is important because they can analyze how they communicate.
Okay.
I can see him and I say he is a welcome engineer. Right? The thing is that we need to cultivate that skill and communicate. While doing that, we can know whether we can speak in English, proficient English or not. It plays a crucial role when you are in a higher position or, for example, in police IO. He needs to analyze everything and act accordingly. So it's important to develop the skill of picture perception.
Okay. Good. So how can a picture perception help improve observation skills?
Picture perception enhances observation skills by training the brain to focus on certain things. Well, if you look at a picture, you first start to focus on the background expressions and the objects where it is placed. It helps the brain by time to observe something very quickly and accurately.
So what role does imagination play in picture perception?
Your imagination plays a crucial role. If a picture is given to you, you will start thinking about it. You will observe the picture and imagine yourself. Where you write about that picture, your point of view is seen. So it plays a crucial role.
Good. So how can different people interpret the same picture differently?
Different people can interpret the same image differently because they might have different experiences, background and culture. For example, a person who grew near the ocean may feel, looking at the ocean may feel nostalgic and calm. But for someone who has a bad memory about it, they might feel anxious. And cultural background also plays an important role in picture because different symbols can have different meanings in different cultures.
So can anyone conclude what we have seen in general?
Picture perception, how it plays a crucial role in training the brain and improve observation skill. That's the part we.
Okay, it also helps you to improvise your imagination skills. Whenever you see things, you imagine and you come to a conclusion, and also it helps you to develop your communication aspect, because when you think, you can make it up in a paper, and also it will improve your communication ability, that you can speak with any kind of flow of language. So that helps you to improve your communication ability.
So, as I mentioned earlier about my police officer theory, I like to brief about it. See, let's say a real-time example. If Umar is a police officer and he enters a room where Sham is holding a knife and Rupesh is there, let's assume that. The moment Umar saw the thing, he himself thinks that Sham killed Rupesh, but things might have been different. Where Harjan could have killed him and left the knife, where he could have picked the knife. The thing is that when you analyze it, you need to analyze it properly, and it's only a temporary solution on that spot. But you need to analyze it very well. It's very hard to gain that skill. But when you have gained that, you can go any extent. Who knows, he might have been the killer. But we might not know until there is some sort of evidence or anything.
So this helps you to improvise your communication ability. So you can just try watching some pictures in newspaper, and you can try to write out what you have understood from the picture. So that part is considered to be as picture perception.